Okay, who are you to say what end of the carrot is the correct end, okay? Because I don't know about you, but if I'm going to be waving a carrot around, the end that I'm waving at people is probably going to get more dirty than the end that is facing me. Right? So I'm going to want the end of the carrot that I'm not going to eat to be facing away from me, and I'll keep the edible part of the carrot in my clean hand. I get where you're coming from, that the magic would come out of the pointy end, but I don't think there's really a front or back to wands. Like, sure, they whittle one part of the wand to be like a thicker, so it's like a handle, but you could theoretically make a wand without a handle, and it's just a stick of wood, and you could use it interchangeably, right? Because it's not like... Because, like, part of what gives it magic is you got the core inside of it. And I don't think the... You know, like, it's a phoenix feather, or unicorn hair, or dragon heartstring. And it's not... It doesn't really have a direction that it's facing, you know? It's just kind of... You know, there's no front and back to a hair. It's just in there. So I think you could really use a wand, you know, in whatever way you want. You know, as long as that's how you're used to practicing with it, so you can channel your magic. I mean, look at it this way. Mad-Eye Moody, he uses a staff instead of a wand. And he doesn't point the staff at people. He kind of slams it into the ground, and then it just kind of does what he wants. Well, I see your argument there, but you could also make the argument that they did that for Hagrid's wand just because it looks more natural as an umbrella if you do it that way. Because typically umbrellas will be smaller at the top, so that way you can fold the umbrella part on top of it. You know, if it was thicker at the top, the umbrella wouldn't fold, right? But, I mean, you still could be right, though. Maybe J.K. Rowling did say that, oh yeah, you do have to point it a certain way, otherwise it won't work. And if that's the case, then I guess they are holding the carrots wrong. Unless... I mean, would you view the leaves at the end of the carrot as... Because, like, obviously these aren't canon, right? So, like, they're not... There isn't a shop in Harry Potter that's actually making carrot wands. Right? So I'd assume that there's no core on the inside of this carrot, and it's just a carrot. So if it's just a carrot... Now, obviously, you could say that, like, the carrot is made out of carrot, and that type of, quote, wood is attracted to certain types of wizards, and you could say that different length carrots are meant for different people. But there's the issue of, you know, you need to match a core to a person, right? And, so what I'm wondering is, like, well, if you're supposed to be using it as a wand, now obviously they're not canon, but like, just behooving myself, if it is a wand, what would be the core, you know? And then so it just occurred to me, what if the leaves at the end of the carrot are actually the core, right? Now, assuming that's true, then it would make more sense to have the end of the carrot with the leaves pointing forward, so that you could focus your magic through the core at someone else. You know, I guess they could... Yeah, you're right. I guess they could have a spell that would make the carrots not perish, so that way... Anyways, they could make a spell that would make the carrots not perish. So, I guess you could use a carrot as a wand. Now, as far as I'm aware, though, like, having wood as your wand is actually really important. Which is why whenever people you have, like, objects to focus their magic, it's always, like, wood. Kind of like how Moody has the staff that's wood and whatnot. I know that there's, like, wizards in Africa who just point with their finger, which is pretty cool. So I don't know Man, you know, I really wanted to like meet J.K. Rowling and just ask her if it would work to have carrots as a wand, because that would be kind of funny. Yeah, I get what you're saying. It definitely could be the case that they're just holding the carrots wrong. Now, I guess we're probably... I might be wrong here, but we're probably looking into this too much. And the answer is probably that the people who added this in weren't thinking about how it would work with the canon, and instead they simply had the characters hold the carrot a certain way, so that way you could more easily see that it's actually a carrot. Now, I might be crazy, but that might actually just be the whole reasoning behind it. But I like to think that they actually like took lore into account when coming up with these extras. Because you could very well easily explain that the reason that why everyone has a mustache is because the Weasleys went around and like did like a mustache bomb on people, and now everyone grew a mustache and glasses, and they can't take them off for like 24 hours.